down. Two for one. 3 opponents down. Fantastic work.
MechaBRUH, MechaBRUH, doesn't matter. There's little time left to get one with Swashbuckler. That's what today's video is all about. Just watch the gameplay. I'm going to cover all classes and also some PvE usage. I have the armor mods and builds as well. So when I made the review, I went over Swashbuckler. I was like, well, that is pretty special. That would be nice, could be nice. But then I got the role that I wanted, Snapshot Swash. And I recently did my top 5 sidearms in this meta. Then it hit me. It all started to come together, and I'm going to talk about that as I go. This sniper is special. Great stats. Great stats. Search Party makes it the fastest sniper in the game because it's an added ADS scaler. And it gets even better if you run targeting on your helmet. But with Swashbuckler, swash on a sniper is rare. As a matter of fact, no other sniper has it. But the archetype is the key. A big damage boost on an aggressive kill clip. Adrenaline Junkie Swashbuckler. It's going to result in a one-shot body shot. So as far as those snipers like Frozen Orbit, high impact, aggressive, it has kill clip, but you need a kill, you need to reload, find someone, and then you can body shot them. So with that, you would pretty much need surplus or handling, help, reload help, something like outlaw, but then you don't have the snappiness. You also need a bullet to load in that you picked up off the ground previously. Adrenaline Junkie, like Uzume, Praedyth, they don't one-shot with Adrenaline Junkie ×5. Then we come back to a couple of aggressives. Long Walk, the Neuroma. Long Walk shares Adrenaline Junkie with Snapshot. These have low handling. That's not a good look. Then we have the Neuroma, which is leaving the loot pool next season. Just like MechaBRUH, it's going to be gone after this event. Both are going to be gone soon. But that one does have Snapshot Adrenaline Junkie, so this is the grenade version of what Swash can do. So Swashbuckler in the Crucible ×5 deals 210 to the body. But how do we get there? With all the sidearms in play, melees are open. They're more open than they've been in a long time. So going against a shotgun is about a 50-50. A lot of players are running sidearms, but even then versus a shotgun, it can still be done. I'm going to cover all 3 classes with builds, but I first want to start with the Peregrine Greave Titan. Oh my. And I want to establish the Swashbuckler shots for the one-shot body. That's a play to be made. That's going to be there. But I want to reiterate, this sniper is juiced at base. And in my case, I have Snapshot. So high range, snap with Search Party. At the core, it snipes as good as any snipe out there. But plays are there to be made with this thing, with Swash. So for Titan, Solar 3.0 Greaves, it's the best of what's going to be talked about today, in my opinion. And with sidearms, people are just waiting to get Flying Tiger Need. All you need is the Greaves. It will one-shot, it's going to proc Swashbuckler, and honestly, you kind of think of this shoulder charge as your shotgun. It's your CQC answer, but it's going to be up to you how far you want to build. On the subclass, remember, Hammer Strike causes an ignition. Not only are you one-shotting, you have the possibility to collateral. So, I have Soul Invictus, Roaring Flames, Hammer Strike, Rally Barricade, Healing Grenade, and more on Rally Barricade in a moment. It's a 32-second base cooldown, Towering is 40. So for the fragments, we have Char, Ignition, Spread Scorch. Eruption. Ignitions have a greater area of effect. Torches. Powered melee attacks make you and nearby allies radiant, and then Ashes, more Scorch. Stasis Gauntlets. Double melee kickstart. This is a dungeon armor piece. I snuck in Focusing Strike. It's cheap from the artifact. So when I land that melee, I get a good amount of that melee energy back because of double kickstart. And on that land, Focusing Strike is giving class ability energy. On the class item, double outreach. Using my class ability reduces my melee cooldown. Tier 10 strength, then as high resilience as you can. And I'm also using Travelers, and it makes sense. Sidearms are nuts. Get a kill, hold reload, get some more melee energy. But after landing, you're searching for the one-shot body shots. Travelers is helping out with the cooldown. If you're close to a melee, consume Gathering Light. If you have your class ability, pop it, get it out, and move. It's a very, very aggressive build. I love it. It's the one to try. But as far as Swashbuckler and PvE, let's go ahead and talk about that. This goes for all classes. Here's the type of damage that it's laying down. At base here, it does 25,030. Swashbuckler ×5 is 33,365. So that is the 33% from ×5 Swash. But with another damage buff, we're going to take Radiant, it goes to 41,706. So it's 25% on top. So from its base damage, then to Radiant Swash ×5, it's 66% more. And the same deal for Arc. This is an Arc sniper, so you could be using Font of Might, Melee Wellmaker, whatever it is. Get some wells. Font of Might is also 25%. In that scenario, you get a powered melee final blow, get Swash ×5, get the well, have the damage boost. But snipers in PvE, legendary snipers specifically, they're kind of iffy, but this one at least does have some damage output. So think about all the well builds, melee builds, like just think about Gunslinger, getting the knife back every time you get a kill. over and over. So that's always swashbuckler times 5. So it is viable. It's going to be up to you as far as usage, and swash times 5 can be up a ton in PvE. So moving on to Hunter, I first want to highlight Atheros' Embrace. So Atheros has a requirement, and that requirement pushes you to certain weapons. You need rapid precision hits. So that's always going to be best used with full auto weapons or pulses. Not so much precisions, hand cannons, and scouts. It's really good with the trace rifle, but you don't want to run double special. The weighted knife gets one shots on precision hits by itself, but Atheros' gives it that body damage for the one hit kill. It also gives you a crazy double bounce that has crazy aim assist. You can land some nutty knives. So the idea here is use a peace bond, an SMG, a pulse rifle. You would get a kill with it, and with that kill, you're going to have your heavy knife timer. You would have landed crits, so 7 seconds, 15, 25-second counter. At that time, you bring out the snipe, and you're searching for the one-shot kill or the bounce, get the final blow. You can do it from a distance, be on the attack with swash times 5. And as far as the mods for Hunter, you do have Gambler's Dodge. Dodge next to an enemy, get the knife back. And when you land the knife, you're going to get it right back with your fragments. So I personally don't go too crazy with Hunter with the mods. Have high mobility, pretty high strength. I do have one outreach on my class item, one focusing strike on my gloves. That's it. So as far as difficulty, Titan is by far the easiest. Hunter's going to require some skill, some planning. It works fine. And also remember, on any character, just a flat melee final blow gets you to swash times 5. So if somebody's weak, you have the sniper out, you melee him, you're ready to go. That brings in things like deadly reach. Let's talk about that for a second. Maybe you see them weak, or you get them weak. Dodge, get the range on Arc 3.0. Gotta have the sniper equipped though. Go for the lunge and get it. It requires priming with your primary, and it works. And since Atheros is gone, I switch to Dragon Shadow, Liars, but I mostly use Assassin's Cowl. And since I don't need precision hits, I go back to Travelers. Again, that's for the ability gain, consuming those light stacks. You can use any primary you want to pair with the sniper, but as far as Warlock, things get interesting. The Warlock by far is the most difficult to get this going with. The issue, Titan has a one-shot melee, shoulder charge. Hunter, one-shot melee, weighted knife. Well, the Warlocks, they can slap a little bit further, sometimes. And the bigger issue lies is that you have to be holding the sniper on the melee final. You can do that yeeting a knee with the Titan. You can do that yeeting knives. The Warlock, not so much. So I've tried multiple ways. Here's what I came up with. I use Travelers at times, a high damage weapon at times, but melee kickstart, similar to what Titan has. Melee kickstart, double outreach. You have to prime a little bit more with this, or you have to find groups. So one of those exotics, a hot topic as of late, Ophidians. So for a lot of you Warlocks out there, nothing really changes for you. But with Arc 3.0, we have Lightning Surge. I've found that this is the best use case. It's a deadly melee. So you have 3 routes with the melee. Number 1, final blow with Lightning Surge. 2, Lightning Surge, then the Ophidian slap right after for the melee final. Or 3, use Ball Lightning as a third melee source, as a ranged melee. Once you do that, you get Swash. Not very easy. And as I said earlier, plays are there to be made. It's a great sniper at base, but with Warlock, you have to be super patient to get Swashbuckler going. That's what it boils down to. All you're looking for are little gaps in gameplay to get that melee final. You also have things like Claws of Ahamkara, 2 melee charges, doubles up on chances, and a lot of times I'll just spawn in, pop the Rift for double outreach, and get that second charge moving. You can go solar with Claws of Ahamkara with Celestial Fire, but I found it's mostly the Surge with the Ophidian. Those help a ton. And with the lock, you're searching for the openings, but you have to prime them. Travelers, maybe a hand cannon, get a shot in, duck into cover, come back out with the sniper in hand, go for the Lightning Surge. By far the hardest. So much, I don't recommend it on Warlock. Hunter's really good, especially if you're well versed in the ways of the Atheros' Embrace knife, but Titan for sure. It's so good on Titan, and it's very fun. Remember, the snipe is great. It performs well. With Swash, plays are there to be made. There are openings, and who knows what kind of exotic buffs, nerfs are coming in the future, and that goes for PvE and the Crucible. Regardless, a swashbuckler aggressive frame is a really good tool to have. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. In my original review, I didn't have a swash roll. It looked good, I just talked about it, but I got the perfect one. The only thing that really matters is snap and swash. I had to make this, it's doing so well. So go Tiger Nia Drang user, thank you guys for watching, and until the next one, I am Cool Guy.